Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I wanted to discuss something pretty exciting for me, and something that happened pretty spur of the moment. I bought a new piece. I wasn't really searching for this piece. I was just kind of late night on time zone, a little bored, and I saw something which I hadn't seen before, and it was a great price, and it ticked a lot of boxes, and I just decided, spur of the moment, let's pick it up. Maybe not the smartest decision, but I'm pretty happy. Now, before I tell you all about it, I figured I'd do a wrist check, and I'm wearing the IWC Vintage Collection Engineer, the limited edition. I actually did a review of this piece on my channel, so check it out. Anyway, so what did I pick up? Well, I picked up a vintage 1970 Omega Geneve Chronostop single push piece chronograph. Now this watch was made in 1970 only for the Italian market, which, being Italian, you guys know I love the history. So for me, it was almost a no-brainer. Not to mention, this kind of 1970s UFO turtle-style case isn't particularly popular right now. So I won't tell you the exact price I paid. Let's just say it was well under $1,000 for a manual wind single push piece chrono. I mean, that's a steal. We're going to take a quick look at it in a second, but I figured I'd run by the specs and tell you a little bit more about it. Now, this is the model 146012, produced in 1970 only for the Italian market. It was only sold at two retailers. That was De Marchi in Italy and Turler in Zurich. So it's actually a pretty rare piece. It wasn't limited production, so I don't know exactly how many were made, but only in 1970 for these two retailers. It's a 41 millimeter case, which is pretty big for the time, and it's got the integrated bracelet. Now, it's a manual wind chrono with the date, and it's single push piece. And it's an interesting single push piece because this only measures 60, not 30, I was going to say 30. This only measures 60-second increments. So what you do, and we'll take a quick look close up, is you start the chronograph, and, the second hand starts ticking away. There's no second hand for the watch, just the chrono. And then when you want to check how long it's been, you press it again and you hold it. And then you read the time, because when you let go, it resets. So it's actually pretty interesting. To be honest, I've seen single push pieces before, obviously, but never one with kind of this automatic reset mechanism. Well, it's 30 meter water resistant, excuse me, which is to be expected. It's a chronograph, the extra openings on the case, and it's an acrylic crystal, and it's got the Omega in-house 920 movement. Now, the Chronostops came with either the 920 or the 865, I believe, and the 865 is the older movement without the date. The 920 has the date, and they're both manual winding, and they beat at 21,600 beats per hour. What else is there to say? I mean, guys, it's got a great Patina dial, so why don't we switch perspective and take a look? Alright guys, welcome back. So, here is the beautiful piece in question. My new vintage 1970 Omega Chronostop. Now, as you can see, it's got that beautiful UFO shape. It's not particularly thick, and it came with all the links, thank God, because I've got almost an 8-inch wrist, so this fits wonderfully. Now, as you can see, originally, focus. Sorry, guys, let me see if I can get this to focus. There we go. As you guys can see, the original dial was gray, but this one has patinaed over the years. It's got almost some gold flakes on it. and it's a little bit rusty, but it's okay. I mean, the beautiful thing is the dial has not been refinished, and the hands are equally as patinaed as well. As I said, it's 41 millimeter. It's got that domed acrylic crystal. Now let's see the chronograph function, because we've got the crown here at 4 o'clock, and the chronograph function is here at 2 o'clock. So I'll show you how it works. You press it, and the chronograph starts. And then when you want to check the time, as I said, you have to press it and keep it down, because as soon as you release it, it's spring-loaded and it'll fly back. Now it's only a 60-second chronograph, so let's let it run for a bit. And I actually quite like it. It's got the same bracelet system as the Omega Dynamic, so it's pretty hard to fit other straps on it. But it isn't impossible. You just have to open up the case back and take away the integrated lugs here. It's got the Omega clasp. You open it up. And it's got a very simple case back, nothing written on it at all. And I'm actually pretty surprised at the shape of this watch, considering it's, 46 years old? And yes, the tritium is turned brown, so it does not, the lume doesn't work at night, but it's part of the charm, and I just love that gray dial. And then we can stop it, and look, as soon as I let go, boom, snap back. I think it's a charming piece, and for the price, I don't know if it can be beat. I didn't really buy it as an investment, but I certainly think since I paid well under $1,000, I think I can definitely make my money back if I should ever sell it, especially because it's a chronograph and a single push piece at that. I mean, it's a beauty. Let me do a wristwatch check with it on, and as you guys see, it does fit me nicely. It's not the biggest watch in the world, but it's pretty handsome, I think. I love the flakes on that dial. I love how domed the crystal is. It's a beauty. Here's a close-up of the dial so you guys can see. It's a very handsome watch. Anyway, guys, let's change perspective and get to the outro. Guys, welcome back. So what do you think of the Omega Chronostop? It's definitely a unique piece. I think it ticks a lot of boxes for me. But it goes to teach you that's the dangers of surfing time zone and Chrono 24 late at night. I had no intention of buying a watch, and then I just, I saw it, I'm like, oh, this price is so good, and I went on eBay and I did a little bit of research, and it seemed like he was offering it at least 30% off of the next cheapest price on eBay. So I didn't really think about it. I just kind of pulled the trigger. But be careful. I mean, late night shopping is not the most intelligent thing. I really like the piece. I think it's a keeper for now. I don't tend to really rotate my collection much. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be here for a while. And I love the history behind it. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around for Federico Talks Watches. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help, as TGV says. And don't forget to subscribe, as I have much more content coming up, and I have a few specials about some insider watch knowledge coming up as well. So you don't want to miss that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.